A futuristic cityscape with holographic displays and interconnected devices. The camera zooms in to reveal the host standing in front of a virtual backdrop of a web-like network. Assalamu alaikum fellows, digital explorers. Welcome back to our channel. You are watching Learn with Kamran, and today we are going to deep dive into ever-evolving realm of technology and its impact on our lives. I am thrilled to have you join me today as we embark on a journey into the exciting world of Web3, the next phase of the internet that's sending ripples of innovation across the digital landscape. The rapid growth of cryptocurrencies and virtual non-fungible tokens have dominated news headlines in recent years, but not many may see how these modest applications connect together in a wider idea being touted by some as the next iteration of the internet, Web3. There are many misconceptions surrounding this busy and frankly fuzzy term, including the conflation of Web3 with Web 3.0. Here's what you need to know about these terms. So this is the table of contents for today's video. What is Web 3? Web 1.0, the read-only web. Web 2.0, the social web. Web 3 versus Web 3.0, the next era of the internet. What is Web 3? Since Web 3 is still a developing movement, there is no universal agreement among experts about its definition. Simply put, Web 3 is envisioned to be a decentralized web ecosystem, empowering users to bypass internet gatekeepers and retain ownership of their data. This would be done through blockchain rather than relying on single servers and centralized databases. Web 3 would run off public ledgers, where data is stored on computer networks that are chained together. Web 3 blockchain-based infrastructure would open intriguing possibilities by ushering in the era of the token economy. The token economy would allow users to monetize their data by providing them with tokens for their online interactions. These tokens could offer users with perks or benefits, including ownership stakes in content platforms or voting rights in online communities. To better understand Web 3, it helps to step back and see how the internet developed into what it is now. Web 1.0, the read-only web. Computer scientist Tim Berners-Lee is credited with inventing the World Wide Web in 1989, which allowed people to hyperlink static pages of information on websites accessible through internet browsers. Berners-Lee was exploring more efficient ways for researchers at different institutions to share information. In 1991, he launched the world's first website, which provided instructions on using the internet. These basic read-only websites were managed by webmasters who were responsible for updating users and managing the information. In 1992, there were 10 websites. By 1994, after the web entered the public domain, there were 3,000. When Google arrived in 1996, there were 2 million. By 2022, there were approximately 1.2 billion websites. Although it is estimated only 18% of those are still active. Web 2.0, the social web. The next major shift for the internet saw it develop from a read-only web to where it is currently, a read-write web. Websites became more dynamic and interactive. People became mass participants in generating content through hosted services like Wikipedia, Blogger, Flickr, and Tumblr. The idea of Web 2.0 gained traction after technology publisher Tim O'Reilly popularized the term in 2004. Later, social media platforms like Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, plus the growth of mobile apps led to unparalleled connectivity, albeit through distinct platforms. These platforms are known as walled gardens because their parent companies heavily regulate what users are able to do, and there is no information exchange between competing services. Tech companies like Amazon, Google, and Apple are deeply embedded into every facet of our lives, from how we store and pay for our content to the personal data we offer, sometimes without our knowledge, to use their wares. Web 3 versus Web 3.0. This brings us to the next phase of the internet, in which many wish to wrest back control from the tech firms that have come to hegemonize it. The terms Web 3 and Web 3.0 are often used interchangeably, but they are different concepts. Web 3 is the move towards a decentralized internet built on blockchain. Web 3.0, on the other hand, traces back to Berners-Lee's original vision for the internet as a collection of websites linking everything together at the data level. Our current internet can be thought of as a gigantic document depot. Computers are capable of retrieving information for us when we ask them to, but they are not capable of understanding the deeper meaning behind our requests. Information is also siloed into separate servers. Advances in programming, natural language processing, machine learning, and artificial intelligence would allow computers to discern and process information in a more human way, leading to more efficient and effective content discovery, data sharing, and analysis. This is known as the semantic web or the read-write executive web. In Berners-Lee Web 3.0 world, information would be stored in databases called solid pods, which would be owned by individual users. While this is more centralized approach than Web 3's use of blockchain, it would allow data to be changed more quickly because it would not be distributed over multiple places. It would allow, for example, a user's social media profiles to be linked so that updating the personal information on one would automatically update the rest. The next era of the Internet. Web 3 and Web 3.0 are often mixed up because the next era of the Internet will likely feature elements of both movements: semantic web applications, linked data, and blockchain economy. It's not hard to see why there is significant investment happening in this space. But we are just seeing the tip of the iceberg when it comes to logistical issues and legal implications. Governments need to develop new regulations for everything from digital asset sales, taxation, and consumers' protections to the complex privacy and privacy concerns of linked data. There also are critics who argue that Web3 in particular is merely a contradictory rebranding of cryptocurrency that will not democratize the internet. While it's clear we have arrived at the doorstep of new internet era, it's really anyone's guess as to what happens when we walk through that door. So, are you excited to embark on the journey into the future of the internet? I know I am. Don't miss a beat. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you are the first to know when we unveil the next chapters of our Web3 exploration. Stay curious, stay informed, and together, let's dive into the incredible world of Web3. Until then, remember, the next phase of the internet is coming, and we are here to guide you every step of the way.